Okay folks, so it's June 9th, it's about 11 p.m. I'm just doing a little update here. So this is the Black Bandit bike. Still haven't put the decals on yet. I'm just waiting to get the exhaust done before I put the decals on. But there's a boost bottle. That's what I did on the actual demo model that I used on one of my previous videos, but I've actually put it on the bike. And basically what I did here was just cut a little hole in the intake here, put in the little valve here for the hose to connect, and that's it. So I don't know how this thing's gonna run. I haven't run it yet, but yeah, this is the Black Bandit bike. There's the Black Bandit box, folks. You can get this at www.firstfloor.online. Contact me over there and I can get you one of these. 12 volt DC CDI. You will need one of these, obviously. Some batteries. I know it's a little bit harder to see, but there's a bank of batteries directly here. There's another bank of batteries right here. I just, for demo purposes, obviously, but like I said, Black Bandit box. Yeah, so this bottle, I'm gonna see how it works. Just piped it in. It's good seal. Everything, the intake on this thing has really good induction. I will try to get a video and possibly place the camera somewhere around here so that we'll be able to see what's going on at the back side of the carburetor. I might even run it without the filter so we can see if it's spitting out a bunch of fuel or if it's actually being absorbed, because the theory behind this boost bottle is that the pressure wave inside of the intake between when the engine is going through its stroke, that backlash of fuel that comes back through the intake, instead of it coming out of the carburetor, if the slide or whatever type of carburetor you have is closed, the rest of that pressure is going to stay on the intake side of it, and it's going to force that pressure up through this hose and eventually into the bottle. So this comes in like a reserve. But in my previous video, what I did was I had this bottle sitting vertically, and right now I have it horizontal. I'm not too sure how much fuel is going to end up in this line, but I will find out eventually, and if that's the case, then obviously I will turn this thing vertically, because what will happen is if it's actually building up so much that it ends up in this bottle, well, once it gets beyond this neck, it's going to sit inside here and pool. You're going to have a big pool of fuel and oil mixture sitting inside of here, so that can't happen, obviously. So this is just, for test purposes as I'm going along. But yeah, the only thing I have done here is, the carb. I put one of these reed valves in here, the Amazon pipe, and the compression head. That's it I've done for this bike, but we're gonna see how the boost bottle works. And by the way, that boost bottle was on this thing. If you remember one of my previous videos, I had it duct tape right here. There's the duct tape, but I did have it duct tape vertically. Right here it was sitting, and it was connected down there on this carb. And honestly, with this bike running with that boost bottle and this carb, this is one of the PZ19 Goofit carburetors. I will put all this stuff in the description. But with this carburetor, I don't know if you guys can see it well. There's there's the filter anyway. Just put a little filter on there. But with this carburetor, this thing runs really well, surprisingly. And that's with the my quick little rig that I always show in my previous videos. But basically, there it is. You know, so you got your battery. This is just for demo. Obviously, you'd use you could basically use on this type of setup 8 AA batteries, and you will be good for about 2 hours on a basic setup like this. Got your Black Bandit box. Oops. You got your 12 volt DC CDI, and if you want to go a little bit further, obviously you can go with an RPM gauge. So, you know, with this Chinese keg in my one of my previous videos, I think I spun it up. I spun it up to about 9,000 RPM. Just full throttle, wide open. It went to 9,000 RPM. This motor. So they claim it does 10,000 RPM, but I don't know. I've got the facts right here, so I could be off. Maybe I need to go do some jetting, but for the spark plug looks good, so I'm gonna leave it there. But yeah, so the boost bottle did come from here, and I've put it here because I am gonna take it out. We've been having a lot of rain over here, so I can't get it out. Obviously, I'm not gonna play around in the rain, but there's the same boost bottle, and let's just see what happens. We're gonna test the theory of this thing. Once I come back, I will measure the hose length. I should do it now, but I just don't have the tool to do it. So if I was to take a guess, this piece of hose, it looks like it's almost around 10 inches. So before it reaches the boost bottle, but I will measure it because there is a theory behind that between the hose and the boost bottle and how much cc's. So based on how much cc's the motor is, you match it between the bottle and the hose. You just fill it, you know. But yeah, so stay tuned. I know it looks a little bit complicated in the back, but that's only because there's another bike in the back there that I'm working on. I'm going to be building another one of these, a little bit different setup, city runner. But when that one does come out, I will let you guys see it. So stay tuned. And this is another Black Bandit video. If you're looking for the box, www.firstfloor.online. Stay tuned.